Welcome to Rock Your Reinvention, where I help high-achieving career women like you get unstuck, make your corporate exit strategy, and successfully transition to your next chapter. Hi, I'm your host, Karen Freeland, a certified life coach and corporate exit strategist. Whether you want to start a business, become a speaker, or something else, I'm here to give you the tools and strategies to shift your mindset, build your confidence, and take bold actions so you can rock your reinvention. Ready? Let's go. Hello. Today, I want to share one of the most impactful exercises you can create for yourself if you really want to rock your reinvention. No joke, this is single-handedly one of the most powerful and transformative things you can do. And I'm not overselling this, not even a little. Now, one quick note. I am going to use some colorful language in today's episode. No F-bombs, don't worry about that. But if you're listening with little ones around, you might want to put in earbuds. I just want to give you that courtesy up front. So let me start by giving you a little context. My family sends me articles all the time that they think are relevant to my work. And 9.9 out of 10 times, my reaction is, that's what I've been saying for the last 5 years. But I don't say that. Instead, I just text back, thanks, good stuff. So when my dad texted me a Wall Street Journal article from billionaire Ron Shaich with the note attached, interesting twist on resolutions, and I proceeded to read an article about creating a pre-mortem, I wanted to scream. Why? Because that's literally what chapter 1 of Grab Life by the Dreams is all about. The oh shit moment. Of course, Ron and I have our own spin, but in essence, that's the key. The big secret. The one life-changing exercise. Imagine your deathbed now, with all the reality that you can muster. The scene, the smells, the people present or not. The emotions. Is there peace? A lot of regret. Bring it all to the table. If today was your last day, would you be proud of everything that you've accomplished? Would you be satisfied with how you lived your life? If most of us are really honest with ourselves, it's pretty clear we have some work to do. If we really want to get to the point of total peace, like, can you imagine being like, I'm ready to go out. Like, I'm good. I did this. I gave it my all. So what exactly is an oh shit moment? Well, as I describe in my book, it's the moment that you realize your time here on earth is finite. That like a carton of milk, you are going to expire. Kaput, hasta luego, sayonara, game over. You get the picture. It's the moment you're staring your mortality in the face. And I know firsthand, it can be absolutely terrifying. But there's hope. We could also learn to let it be empowering, eye-opening, even transformational. See, we logically know we have an expiration date, right? If you ask anyone, what's going to happen at the end of your life? I'm going to die. We know that, right? But most of us don't ponder it. We don't reflect on it or meditate on it. No, we suppress it. We ignore it at all costs. Like, let's just pretend it's not happening. We'll deal with it someday. I don't need to think about that right now, Karen. But when you truly allow the reality of it to sink in, it hits different. That's why I don't call it the oh snap moment. Oh shoot. No. when you really allow the gravity of your death to permeate your entire being, it's, oh shit, right? Like it's serious. And I share so much more about panic attacks that I experienced and how this realization manifested for me in my book. And most don't talk about this stuff. This might even be making you feel a little uncomfortable right now. It was an extremely lonely time for me because I felt like I was going crazy. Like, am I the only person who is thinking about their death? Am I the only person who feels like there's got to be more to life than this? So I'm really glad that you're here with me today and that you're open to discussing death. It's a very natural part of life. And it's really healthy to talk about this topic because it doesn't have to be so dark and depressing, We can actually use this for our good to shape and craft and create a beautiful life. So we don't have a, oh shit moment anymore. We're actually like, wow, I did everything I could possibly do in this life. I made the impact I wanted to make. I became the person I wanted to be. That means a lot. Why is this such a powerful exercise? Why would I ever encourage you to daydream about your death? Well, it can bring to light the need for change. And I'm not just talking about career, although that is definitely a big one, but changes in your relationships, both friendships and romantically. How you parent, your spiritual health, improving your physical health, your financial well-being. There are so many ways that this exercise can impact your life for the better. Look, I don't want you to experience some catastrophic event like I did or have an existential crisis. That's painful. But what I do want to do is create a safe space for you to manufacture one so that you can realize the same benefits as if you had experienced one. That is incredibly valuable. And it's important to do this now. Why now? Well, because it's not too late. There's still time to turn things around in your life. Hey, as long as there's air in your lungs, a beat in your heart, and your brain still functions, you can make changes for the better in your life. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I get it, Karen. I can see how this would be beneficial, but how do I actually do this? Well, I'm going to skip ahead in my book a little bit and give you the Cliff Notes version, although I highly recommend that you get a copy of Grab Life by the Dreams and go through this in detail. It will change your life. So the first thing you want to do is carve out some time to do that visualization, to imagine yourself on your deathbed, or maybe even envision your gravesite. But really take some time to feel the emotions that surround you thinking about your death and reflect on that scene that you create for yourself. Highly recommend having a journal by you so you can capture some of those thoughts real time. And then after you do the visualization, you want to get out a sheet of paper or open a Word doc if you're digital, like however you roll, but find a place to capture this. And you know me, I always want you to actually apply what I'm sharing on this show to your life. So you've got to do the work, right? There is work on your side. You can't just listen and expect to have this oh shit moment and then totally revamp your life. That's not how it works, okay? So get out a piece of paper, start capturing the following categories. I want you to write down career, health, spirituality, finances, relationships, personal growth, and then just maybe put an other category that might capture something like fun and recreation, hobbies, or like bucket list type stuff that comes up. Like, oh, I really want to travel to the Amalfi Coast someday, right? Like you want a little bit of a catch-all basket for stuff that doesn't seem like it fits squarely into some of the other categories, okay? And now you're going to really spend some time considering what are the changes that you want to make in each one of these categories and the things that you want to achieve in that area of your life. Now, these changes could be minute, like things that nobody would ever notice. So maybe in the health category, for example, you decide, you know what? I really need to start drinking more water every day. It's going to be better for my skin. It's going to be better for my longevity. I think this would be a really good health hack. And it'll help me with my appetite. Like I won't get so hungry and snack at the office or whatever. So you're like, I'm just going to drink more water. Most people are probably not even going to notice that you did this change. But other changes that you might be considering could be massive changes, like leaving your corporate job to pursue your dream of opening a yoga studio, right? And of course, anything and everything in between. So don't focus so much on like, oh, these have to be really huge changes, or, oh, I should just focus on little tweaks. No, this is totally up to you. But if you were going to look at yourself at the end of 2025 and be like, okay, I have made some serious progress. I'm starting to become the person I want to be. I'm behaving in the way I want to behave. I'm living the way I want to live. What would need to happen this year so that you could feel really confident about it at the end of 2025? Now, as you go through this list and you're looking at these different categories and these areas of your life, you may find some things that come to mind that are further out in the future. And that's okay. I want you to jot them down anyway. So, for example, someday I want to own an investment property. That's probably not going to happen in 2025, but I don't want to lose sight of it, so I would write it down anyway. Someday I'd like to be a really present grandma. I might want to babysit the kids a couple days a week and like help out my boys and be close with my grandkids. Well, my kids aren't having kids anytime soon, thankfully. So that's not a reality, not something I'm going to do right now, but I want to capture it anyway. So anything that comes to mind, put it down on paper. And once you get this brain dump done and you get all your thoughts on paper for each category, you're going to come back and revisit the list and explore what you actually want to change in the next 6 to 12 months. So you're basically just going to whittle down this list to what you want to make happen in 2025. And remember, there's only so many hours in the day. So you're going to need to pick and choose some things that you think are going to have the biggest or best impact on your life and what is going to be most important in this season of life. If you're trying to make 15 changes or add 15, nope. That's not going to work, right? 3 to 5 core changes is about all you can handle in a 6-month period. Okay. And even that might be too much, but you just need to kind of think about like, what are some of the core things that you want to do? This could also be things like learning a new skill. One of the things I've been doing is teaching myself to trade the stock market. And, so I'm trading stocks on like a weekly basis and I'm learning, I'm making a ton of mistakes, but I'm also having so much fun. And so that was a skill that I wanted to acquire that I just thought would make me a better, well-rounded person. And it's a skill that I'd always been too scared to really try and do on my own. And so I was like, you know what? We got to get over this. I got to face this fear and just do it, try it. And actually, turns out I'm a little better than I thought I was going to be. So my funds have had about a 12% return so far. So anyway, that's just like a little side note. But like I said, it doesn't always have, and I would put that probably in either the personal development or the finances category, right? But it doesn't always have to be something you do differently. It might just be something you learn or a skill you acquire. Now just think about how powerful this would be if you did this exercise every year. You would have a significantly higher chance of achieving all the goals that you desire, becoming the person that you've always wanted to be, that I would argue you were created to be, and living a regret-free life. That is so exciting. You're getting a second chance at life, and I want that for you. So do not wait. Do not sleep on this. You want to put this into practice immediately. Okay? Don't wait. Create your own oh shit moment. Do the visualization. Outline the areas of your life that you want to improve. List out the changes you're going to take in the upcoming calendar year and execute. Do it. Make it happen. And if you're like, Karen, I don't know, just remember that a billionaire is telling you to do this also, okay? It's not just me. I'm not the only one talking about this. There is so much value, but you have to do it. You have to give it a try in order to experience that value. And if you do, you are going to be happier and more fulfilled than ever. So say goodbye to the status quo and get ready for your dream life, sister. It is available for you right on the other side of this exercise. I know that 2025 is going to be so, so good for you. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you're inspired to take action by committing to one of the tips or strategies we talked about in today's episode. If you want more accountability and support, I've got your back. Book a complimentary Empowered Exit Strategy call today. Visit KarenFreeland.com to learn more and book your 45-minute session. Until next time, stay fabulous.